What would be the easiest way for our listeners to understand how the Colorado election was stolen? And then what are the specifics that we can look to which show us it getting stolen actually took place?
Well, I mean, we have to go all the way back. I posted a picture of this morning of the Colorado elections and what happened from, 2000 all the way to 2020 and, how it leaned dramatically to Democrats from 2004 to 2008. Well, what happened during that time? We didn't know this when I started this in 2020, but Eric Coomer was hired by Sequoia Voting Systems 1 month after Smartmatic bought them. They were in 17 states in the District of Columbia. We know that CFIS, which is an organization that oversees national security threats, got involved in 2006 after a municipal election in Chicago where 24 Venezuelan nationals were flown there, and they had a bunch of funny business, votes flipping, and everything else happened in that election. So fast forward to 2009, Dominion Voting Systems was, acquired Sequoia Voting Systems. But in the middle of that, Colorado specifically had the mandate for mail-in votes. And so when we start talking about mail-in votes and how they work side by side with the election machines, it was just a matter of time before people started to figure out that they were injecting fraudulent mail-in ballots that didn't exist into a system that was allowed to collectively, from precinct to precinct, roll up into a final vote. From 2004 to 2008, it moved almost 14 points. 14 points. 14 points from a +5, I think it was +4, +5 in the Republican sector to +9 in the Democrat line. Well, if you match it up to the number of people that moved to Colorado during that time, you just look at human condition, a 14-point swing would be not improbable, but impossible. It would represent 151% of the people that moved to Colorado or migrated to Colorado over that 4-year period of time. 151% of them would have to be Democrat. In other words, you'd have to have a huge conversion of about 51% in the current population of Colorado that moved from Republican to Democrat. And by the way, this counts all the people that turned 18. They would have to all be Democrats. So it's not only improbable, it's impossible. And you see the same trend in each one of the states, whether you talk about Oregon or Washington or California, where they made this mandate, they made this switch over to mail-in votes. Now, the bigger the state, the easier it is to do because the bigger the precincts and the easier it is to manufacture fraudulent and phantom ballots out of nowhere. But the machines, that's where it all started. And so we've had 20 years, including 2022 and 2024. There has not been an election in this country in the last decade, not an election in any state that is not fraudulent. Not one election. I don't care if you use ES&S, Smartmatic, Clear Ballot. It doesn't matter to me. All 50 states are represented by people who were selected, not elected, and they're not the rightful. And even some of them that did get put in office because they were rightfully elected because the sentiment towards them was too high. There was still manipulation in those elections, and we've been able to prove that even past the misinformation, disinformation, and some of the things that people have been able to say.